and to promise Zimbabweans that they have to take up arms to liberate themselves. I think you know that song, right? Simba Chikanza. Tora
Uh,
Gidi
y- y-
Uzisungunungure Mwana
yeah,
Zimbabwe.
yeah, absolutely. Well,
Uh,
yeah. Hmm.
yes. So now, does it need to take a woman who is over 90, my Guti, to remind us that it is possible to reject the gift from the Ziganandes? What is your take when it comes to this? Please go ahead, Simba Chikanza. Simai.
Thank you, Hulu. First of all, Hulu, I need to correct you on facts. I have been on the phone in the last 2 hours with the gentleman who wrote that article that spread a reason Wafawaroa. And we spoke and we're supposed to do a program with him. Let's get facts here. Yuna Guti did not reject Wicknell Chivayo's gift at all. There is nothing even to imagine that Yuna Guti rejected Wicknell Chivayo's gift. Number two, Yuna Guti has not in any way disapproved Wicknell Chivayo today, yesterday, or at any time before. Number three fact, Yuna Guti runs a theological organization, a theology that teaches that Wicknell Chivayo must be let alone to do what he wants. This is instructed. This is documented by her husband and by her herself. She has been on video telling people to follow the teachings of her husband, which were very clear that Wicknell Chivayo, who we know who Wicknell Chivayo is, he is officially and unofficially President Emerson Mnangagwa's front, must be left alone. Yuna Guti, number five, has been physically in public with her husband, officiating officially and participating at meetings where Wicknell Chivayo's boss is celebrated, and not just that, covered up for. There are official instructions in Zayoja, in the church. And if anyone is here, those who say that they are not there, tell me if you don't know this. These are all on recording, video recording since 1980 and perhaps even earlier. Now, I was a part of this institution from 1989. And so I can only relate for the period that I know from 89 all the way up to 2005 or so. I used to here and there attend their meetings, and there are multiple recordings where instructions were made. You must live at peace. You must live, excuse me, at peace with the Wicknell Chivayo figure that we know at present, and we know who he is. There is even a picture or a video of her husband dressed in a scarf 3 years after Wicknell Chivayo had been given 5 million public funds that he squandered, and more even. We're talking over 600 million worth of tender business. And she herself is on video instructing people to follow her husband's doctrines of conformance to Wicknell Chivayo, the Wicknell Chivayo system that we are under right now. This is on video, and that is where we see her dressed in a very long dress that has got pictures of books of her husband's instructions for people to live by these religious dictations that approve Wicknell Chivayo, the Wicknell Chivayo system that we are all living under at present. Now, when I spoke to Reason Wafawarova, this is what he told me. He told me that, look, there is no statement whatsoever from Yuna Guti. I only got a phone call from someone who is said to be of the board, a member of the board, who just said to me that, well, Amai is going to play things neutral. She's not going to announce anything. And the position is exactly the same that there has been before. It
So
is any, yeah,
Simba. Let us get this right. So,
yes,
reason yeah,
Warova,
sorry, yeah,
Wafawarova,
reason wara, right?
yes.
Is the guy that gave us this information? Is it so?
Well, he wrote something, right? Reason Wafara is an apologist for Andrew Taunashe, and he tends
Yeah,
to be
I'm
also
I'm
an
I'm saying
apologist.
that
Yes, that's right. Yeah,
I'm saying that I'm saying that
that's right. Yeah.
are you suggesting that he said that it was one of the board members of the Zioja Church who told him that Amai Guti is not going to accept the gifts.
Yes, some random person. To be frank, he didn't he
All
can't
right,
even identify
and
the person. This is just
yeah,
someone random person because they saw what he had been publishing before.
okay.
And
So
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 some
so
random
so for
person just
now,
contacted him and
yeah.
suggested that, look, Amai is not going to say anything. She's just going to keep quiet. And
Yeah,
so,
but I get that, Simba. So we are having this discussion, and it is important when you raise I mean a point like that, to say that I mean Amai Yunaguti has not I mean you saying
has
has
not rejected,
actually
has not
has
rejected,
not rejected, okay, has
yeah,
not rejected the gift from Wickno
at
Chivayo.
all.
So
Yeah.
does it mean then that if she is going to accept it I mean in private, are you suggesting that that information will no longer be shared with the public? Is it what is
Okay,
likely going
so
to happen?
the official thing is my Guti, Yuna Guti has always been a dodgy person who does not want to be criticized. So she plays things very carefully. You remember that when Ezekiel Guti was given heroes status, right?
Yes.
She was there. She herself was there with her daughter, and both of them accepted that Ezekiel Guti was going to be buried at the National Heroes Acre and become the first religious person, just as he was celebrated by Chris Muchangwa as someone who has always been loyal to ZANU PF. And so and then that was it. Soon after that, you will remember that we published numerous articles exposing her and exposing their background. A few days after that, a new decision was made. No, yes, we accept the hero's burial, but he's going to be buried where? Away from Harare in Bindura.
All
So,
right.
so what
All
I'm
right.
saying is, she's always. I have to stress here, Hulu.
Yeah, that's important
And
because I want people to engage with you on that point because I think it is indeed an important point, Simba. I accept that.
absolutely. And you know what, Hulu? I want to
Yes.
tell you that
Mhm.
I was a victim of Yuna Guti. She's not a clean person that you purport to be. I know her
No, no, no,
personally.
no. I'm not
And let me
suggesting
say,
that she is
yeah,
clean.
yeah,
I'm not
I'm just saying,
suggesting that
I'm just
she is
saying, yeah.
clean.
So she plays politics, she plays cleanly. Do you know what? When I was a teenager, she sprayed something on me, right? And you know what? At that time, I didn't know. I was a little boy. When they say you were at Amphik Bible College, and we're there. There was some conference happening. She's the one who was administering this deliverance thing, and she would spray
Okay.
this thing, right? That, you know what you saw on Passion Java, right? And I remember smelling
Mm.
something. At that time, I was a little kid, so I had no clue what on earth is going on here. And I
Mm.
thought it was because I was demon possessed. I thought that this is actually a demon that's coming out of me. And you know what? She scares the wits out of millions, perhaps maybe thousands of her followers, right? And who think that they need her and her husband to be freed, and
All
then
right.
keep them subjugated under this cloud of fear, of dependency on her, that, oh, she's going to deliver her from evil spirits, is going to make her
Mm-hmm.
succeed. And in actual fact, when you really study, when you stand back, when you start to
Uh-huh.
study, you will notice that Guti is worse than Wicknell. Guti is one of those African preachers who have adopted King Leopold instructions to keep
All
the
right.
Africans poor and rob Africa of its resources, keep the citizens unproductive, suppress their
Yeah.
DNA, their God-given creativity. Right? This woman is evil. And Hulu, I've
All
got
right.
those that I can show
Yeah,
people here.
yeah, yeah,
She's
yeah.
worse than
Yeah,
Wicknell.
I
I
understand.
could I
Uh,
could have a meal, I could have a drink with Wicknell, but
no, I
definitely not
get
with
it. Yeah.
Guti. She's horrible.
Mm.
I mean,
All
I'm
right.
wondering how people could even say that she's rejected. She hasn't. Well, let's
All
get the
right.
facts. And until
All
that
right.
woman comes up and she condemns Wicknell Chivayo publicly, people should not
Mm-hmm.
ever put that woman in any place of adoration,
All
because
right.
she's not. If I was
All
to
right,
get into
Simba.
politics,
So
Hulu, right, that woman would
yeah.
be the first person that
Mhm.
I would get locked up for life. Let's go
But
ahead.
not,
Thanks.
yeah, that's fine. Let us engage with what you have just said, because for the other speakers who are here, Zimbabwe, will come back again. I want you to engage with that. So basically, what happens is, as I'm going to go to the other speakers now, I think Simba is introducing, perhaps I can say, two arguments. Because at this particular moment, we are looking at it from the issue of her rejecting the offer. Well, Simba
Absolutely, of
is
which
saying
she
that,
hasn't. She hasn't at all.
yeah,
We
yeah,
never see it
yeah,
anyway. You know.
yeah. I'm saying, Simba is telling us that, reason Wafo Wawora has said that, she's just going to keep silent and things like that. But we all know that whenever somebody gets offered a gift by Wicknell Chivayo, goes stand has happened. So we are looking at the has and rejecting the gift. That's one thing. In terms of her ministry, Zayoja as a ministry, that is another aspect which we can
Well, you
probably
know what?
deal with
Utau Nash is another person.
on another
Utau Nash,
day.
sorry, Hulu.
Yeah.
Utau
Uh
Nash
huh.
is another person who's
Yeah.
also never disclosed that he received a Wicknell car. Did you
Yeah.
know
We.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah, but do you know why they do that? They play
Mm.
politics. Guti has not rejected Wicknell car. She is just a dodgy person. She's
All right.
Wicknell herself. So she doesn't need
Okay.
to come on video and go and see Victor. She's already Wicknell. She's darker than Wicknell, or excuse me,
All right.
in terms of
Okay.
yeah, her character, her
All right.
behavior, her spirit,
All
and
right,
everything.
let's
Yeah,
engage. Let's
thank you.
engage with the speaker. So, to the speakers, I'm saying, we might need to distinguish between her accepting or rejecting the gift, as well as her ministry, running the ministry. That is, the Zayoja as a ministry, and what it represents, to Zimbabweans today, and what it represents to the downtrodden, ordinary masses of Zimbabwe. That is, of course, something also of interest. So
Oh,
let
sorry,
me go to,
Hulu. I've
yeah,
posted
yeah.
a link there of
All right.
Guti's
That,
speech yesterday, the full speech
that's fine.
in text, right?
That's fine.
And Guti
All
in
right.
that speech, hold on, in that speech, do you know what she's doing yesterday? She was actually
Mm-hmm.
pleading with her church members. We've got it word for word, and people can watch this video on
Yeah, but
Rory's
yeah,
videos, right?
yeah, yeah.
She's actually pleading with her church members. Kuti musabude muchechi. Why? Because of
All right.
The Wicknell reputation. That is what she's fighting right now. She has not rejected. She has
That's fine.
actually accepted, but she just does not want to be politically seen in the wrong. Yeah.
All right. All right. Let me go to, firstly, let me start with Tinashe. Sorry, Tinashe, we let me start with the lady there. Temptations has just joined us.
Hello, everyone.
Muddy,
How are you
Muddy,
doing?
don't worry, Muddy. Hang on a bit, my friend. And meet your mic, Muddy. I'll be coming to you shortly. I'll be coming to you shortly, Muddy.
Okay,
Uh,
okay.
yes, just mute your mic, press that button. We have a lady. We are going to start with the lady Temptations, and then from there we go to Tinashe, and then from there we go to Reinhardt, then we go to Comrade Cartes, then we come to you, Madi. So Temptations. Here we are. The news is filtering through that my Guti has rejected. Well, we are having an argument from Simba Shikanza that she actually hasn't rejected anything. She's just going to accept it quietly without talking. But what do you make about the developments as they come from Zimbabwe? Temptations.
Thank you very much. Good evening. Nyaya iripo yakamira so. Tikada kutarisa kubva kumashure. I think ndofunga ndichiri mudiki but pandakazotanga politics. Pane university yakavhurwa mubhindura. Yesayoja. Haina kuchena kauniversity iyoyo. Kuti akambokwereta mari kuhurumende akasaidzosera. Tikazoona kwakubuda mapepa aisungisa Tendai Biti, Job Sikala, Vaguti. It was a big list, a very long one. So mari iyoyo ikanzi vachaita follow up. Pakaburitswa proof yaJob Sikala achibhadhara mari through bank. Tendai Biti ndiye aiva minister. And then mari iyoyo pakazoteverwa yaGuti. Mari iyoyo haina kubuda. Zvakazopa Grace hasha pakavakwa chikoro chekubhindura icho. Grace aiti istendi yake kukasimuka convoy ichinzi kuri kunoitwa demolish chikoro chiya. Achina kuzopwanywa. Why? Ndo pakatangira corruption kusayoja. Vakabhadhara mari kuti chikoro chisapwanywe. Tobva tabva ipapo mai Guti vangange havo vachinyepera vanhu kuti varamba zvinhu. Havana kuramba. Varamba kuburitswa pamedia. Asi zvinhu vachatora zvauti kuzviziva. Zvakawanda zvinoitika behind the back kusayoja zvinodarika kutora mota izvi nemari. But to be very honest with you, my Guti vakatosviba zvinoenderana naChivayo kusvika pana Idi. She is corrupt mai vava zvekutoda. Havana kumboramba gift havana kumboramba. Varamba kuburitswa pamedia. Mari iyoyo vachazoitora imwe form. Inenge isisiri cash but munogona kuzongonzwa kunzi kwatengwa stand kana kuti sayoja vazotenga hall. Inogona kuzongodivhetwa but vanenge vatora mari. Mai vava ritori tsotsi. Kana risiri tsotsi ngavaunze marisitsi avakazobhadhara bheki. Chikwereti chavakambotora kubhenki chikanetsa munyika yese. Kana vakatendeka. Havana kutombotendeka. Inini handivachenese zvachose. Handitombovadi infact. Handidi kunyepa. Itsotsi mai vava. Maita basa.
So we here we are, and we have the first speakers condemning Amai Guti, and the manner in which perhaps she is running the church. Temptations is actually saying she's worse. She is at the same level as Wicknell Chivayo. Simba Chikanza has said the same. He said she's probably even worse than Wicknell Chivayo. So is there a chance that she would reject the offer in public and accept the offer somewhere else? Now, that is something that we are talking about. What is your take? You are familiar with
I
the
forgot
Zayoja Church.
I forgot
Yeah.
something. When you can, maybe I also wanted to give the genesis of how Wicknell has given money because I've actually just remembered what's made him give Una. There was an argument that I had myself at one time with Guti's followers 2 weeks ago, and Wicknell then wrote in public and said Simbachikanza is too
Okay.
toxic, right? And it was over Zayoja. He
Yeah.
participated in that. So if this is a whole build up, but anyway, it's something else for for the
Yeah.
tape. And then
Yes.
also
Yes.
Hulu, it will be
Yeah.
important for people to know where did Una and Ezekiel Guti come from? Where do they factually, right? Because no one
All
has
right.
ever really
That's
done a proper historic study, right? To
yeah.
to
That's
show,
fine.
yeah, to
That's
explain
fine.
who are these people? What is their
That's fine
background?
because
What is it? Yeah,
I
thank you.
wanna come back
Thank
to you, Simba, because people are sending me DMs and asking me questions. They say, ask Simba this, ask Simba that. So I will be coming to you shortly. Let me just run the speakers quickly, then I'll be coming back to you. There are questions that people are sending to me. When it comes to your submission, they want you to just clarify a few things. So that's fine because what you said is important, and people have noted it, and they're asking some questions. They want some clarity, right? So I'll be with you shortly. So let me go to Tinashe. So Tinashe, welcome to the space, and for those who are just joining us again, thank you for joining me, Hulu at Pajiso Life, as well as Zulu and Hot Seat. We are just following up on Tinashe. Just mute your mic, please. Mute your mic, Tinashe. We are following up on the developments from Zimbabwe, where we hear the news that Amai Yunaguti has rejected the gift from Wicknell Chivayo. Does it mean also, consequentially, that it is a rejection of ZANU PF, or it is just a smoke screen, like what other people are saying, that it is a smoke screen? She's going to accept in another format, in another way, away from the public glare. So what do you make about this? What is the meaning of that? This development in Zimbabwe. So, yeah, let me go to Tinashe then. Tinashe, welcome to the space. Go ahead. What do you make out of it?
Thank you, Ulu, for hosting such a hot topic. For me, it's a very, very personal, and to hear characters like Simbachi Kansas saying a whole lot of stuff. It's based on probably selling what social media normally buys, especially when it comes to these clerics. Personally, I try to really avoid really pointing fingers at people that say they are men of God. Those people, they will be judged by whoever deployed them. If it's God that deploys these clerics, will be judged by God. I always maintain my input on politics mainly. But to really answer the question, my Guti has not accepted that car, and she will not accept that car. A history of this church, where we are coming from. Simba spoke a lot about where my Guti comes from. It's clear. The people that go to this church, we know where these wonderful people of God came from. Not to say that we are in any position to say that they are perfect. No one is perfect. In history, if you go back in history on how this church started, Baba Guti was in Bible school in the United States of America long back. When he was about to finish, there is this other American pastor that approached him saying that we would want to sponsor your church, but the condition is that you are going to be doing things under me. The response that guy had was given by Baba Guti during that time was that let me go and pray about it. He went and prayed about it and came back and said, God said, I must not do it. But if I do it, then the glory of the Lord is going to move away from me. So that's number one. That's one fact. And I'll go to the church doctrine. I grew up in that church. All my life I've been in that church, and we have been trained and taught these things. Number two, there was a time when, remember, Baba Guti was seeding churches all over the world. We have got over 150 churches in nations. Zayoja is present in over 150 nations, including Asia, wherever you in every continent you find that church. Then came people saying, no, we need to buy Baba Guti a private jet so that it makes it easier for them. These are people that are not driven by that. They said, no, you do not need to buy us my private jet. We will travel like everyone. They stayed in the most normal hotels, sometimes even staying mudzimba dzevamuatendi vanenge vashanyira muma one room. Fast forward from there, Baba Guti, the position yekuti anzi is it a rejection on ZANU PF or whatever? Not necessarily, because remember, Zayoja has been very clear. Has been very clear in terms of how they view government, whichever government, and this is biblical. Zayoja believes, as a Bible believing church, it believes that whoever is in authority representing the owner of that authority. God is very big, very big. God is a very big entity, and most people would agree here. No one goes into power or stays into power without the approval of God. So believers have got a duty to pray for their leaders, no matter who they are. Zayoja has always remained neutral in Zimbabwean politics. Because Zayoja, no one preaches to anyone who to follow or who not to follow. No. Our church doesn't operate that way, and it has always been like that. Whoever goes kuna Baba Guti, kuna Mai Guti is welcomed. Same one. You look at how he welcomes President Emerson Mnangagwa. Why would we as a church say no, this person cannot come? Church, the establishment of the church, Bapana Jesu Christo, and it was established for the purpose of rescuing those that are in sin. So hakuna munhu anodzingwa kuchechi kana kurambidzwa kuuya padhuze nevakuru vechechi, and the position yakabatwa nemukuru wenyika, as mukuru wenyika, he has got access to people like that. So mama arguments anouya seakaita seari kunzwa nasimba yekuti we have to go now deep trying to put people in a position where they must defend my individuals nenyaya zvechinamato. No, it's not our position. We are not going to be even tricked to stand up and defend my Guti or whatever the Simba thinks about my Guti. It's his opinion. And nyaya dzari kutaura dzemvura, I am now 35 years. I was born in that church. Ndiri mwana we-third generation yemaelders emuchechi imomo. Handina zuva ratakambopfapfaidzwa nemvura uchinamatwa. There is nothing like that muzayoja, but it is what sells. Ende zviri kurwadza vanhu vakawanda stereki kuti maiguti vachifanira kutora chipo ichochocho so that satani awane kunzi satani abata nyika yese yezimbabwe. No, it's not that. She has not accepted the gift. She will not accept it, and she doesn't need it. If Maiguti needs anything, she is taken care of kuchurch kwavo, and it has always been like that over the years. And ukanzwa vanhu vanotaura kuti hanzi kuzayoja kunobirwa munhu mari, he doesn't know zayoja munhu iyeye or hameno bhifu yaainayo
So,
kuzayoja.
so,
My
so,
mother
Mr.
worked in
Chnomona,
the finance
okay, Mr.
dzekuHQ
Chnomona, just a moment.
yezayoja kuwaterfalls.
Tinashe,
Hakuna.
Tinashe, yeah, Tinashe, just a moment, so I can just engage
Yes.
with you briefly on that before I go to Comrade Cactus and Reinhardt, and Temptations would obviously want to respond together with Simba as well. As
Yes.
questions
Exactly.
continue to come in my DM, etc., etc., so I will have to be engaging with you now. When
Okay.
it comes to the issues of, I mean, church.
Yes.
You seem to be talking more about the church itself and what it stands for, its beliefs, based on the Bible and things like that. I think
Yes.
it is very difficult for any individual to condemn a church based on the Bible, because apparently the Bible can obviously be interpreted in different ways. Everybody will
Yes.
always tell you that we are the right church, we are doing the right
Okay.
thing, because they have to defend their own church. Do you understand that, Tinashe? So
True. True.
now, yeah. So now the issue is, can you here in the public and in front of
Yes.
all the people
Yes.
and tell them without any uh, lies detected
Yes.
anywhere
Yes. Yes.
that Amai Yuna Guti has been offered the gift and has rejected it? Can you tell, our audience that?
Yes. She has not taken the car. She has not rejected it. But optics now we can do the interpretations. We can do the interpretations, Tega, or on my sideline. Oh no, what does this mean? But on the on the principle of the church. Remember, when I said that Baba Guti was
Mr.
offered.
Shomona, let's make this
Yes.
clear. Let's make this clear. So
Yes.
you are saying that she has not accepted the gift, but at the same time, she has not rejected the gift. Is it where you are standing?
That's where I'm standing. Reason
All right.
being,
So hold it there. Hold it there,
yes.
Mr. Nomona. Hold it there. I want others, because we are still gonna come back to you. Remember, I let me
Okay.
just bring in more speakers, because they are asking some questions. So you, Simba, and Temptations and others, we will need to ask you those questions, and you can respond to us. So please just allow me to run through the other speakers quickly, and I'm coming back to you. Is it fine, Tinashe?
Okay, okay. So I want to put back my phone on loudspeaker, so I will drop, then I'll join back again. Right now, yes.
Okay. All right,
Sure.
Tinashe. I hope you'll
Sharp.
be hearing as people talk
No,
here. Right.
yeah,
All
I'll
right.
do it very, very quick.
Okay. Do it very quickly, Tinashe.
Sure,
So
sure,
let me
sure.
go to Comrade Cactus. So Comrade Cactus, if you are offered a gift, you don't reject it, and you don't accept it. Is it what Tinashe has just said now? She has not rejected. She has not accepted. What is the meaning of that, Comrade Cactus?
Uh, you know,
It's contradicting.
I
Is
was
it
It's
is
laughing
it
my
is
lungs.
it
contradicting.
strategic
I was
ambiguity?
I was laughing my lungs out now. I mean, the problem is when you have a brother who is a part of a certain a church in question. You always want to say certain things that cannot be even substantiated at the end of the day. Uh, my Kuti is not refused the car itself. She's just waiting for the right time to go and fetch it. That's exactly what is happening. I was wondering when I saw the topic here when you were saying my Guti rejects gifts from that never happened. There is no way she refused that gift. She's going to take it. But now she has to manage people like
Yeah,
Tinashe.
yeah, but
No, wait,
let us.
Ulu, wait,
Comrade
Ulu,
Cactus,
wait.
are you saying
Uh-uh.
she's going to accept the gift? Is it what you're saying? When
Definitely,
in the
definitely.
church, when somebody who was
Listen,
born in that church, look, Tinashe was born in that church,
this doesn't have.
and he
That's
grew
where
up
you
in that
lose.
church.
That's
He's
where you
saying that
lose.
she has not accepted, and you are saying she has accepted. What do you mean by that?
Listen, yeah, that's where you lose it. If she didn't want it, why does she have to consult the board? The board. She wasn't. The board wasn't the one that was offered the car. She is the one who was offered the car, and it was specified on the tweet that it's my Guti and the man. Now, for her to try to go, I want to say to the board to make a decision. There's nothing to decide there. She has already taken it. That's what it means. So now, when she comes, when you see her now at Victor, She will say it's a decision of the board. What are you going to say? So right now, this time is just church is like politics, brother. You condition people, you make them understand what's going to happen, and you make them live the reality of what is going to happen tomorrow. You condition people. Right now, what she said, Ashoka absorbers that she is actually sent to the people like Tinash, so that at least next week she won't fall hard. He has a cushion to accept that, you know what, everyone in the who is negative about these gifts on social media is actually getting prepared now to get those shock absorbers and understand that these things happen. You will see my brother right now, Tinashe, is saying this today. In the next 2 weeks, you'll be singing a different tune. It is not here who accepted, it's the board. And it's a different story next week. Probably it's Bartholomew who's gonna be offered next week. Then we start talking about you.
Iwe Shamari ndatindoda
It's a
madesign
very
ebridge apo ndatindoda madesign einterchange apo.
Chibomira. It's a very difficult thing, especially in churches or big organizations, even if you lead. Because what she's doing now, how she made her money, is through this kind of pledges. So at the end of the day, how do you want to stop another pledge that is coming? Why? Because it's got a name on it. In actual fact, you are saying she didn't take it on face value because
Comrade Cactus, who is richer between Wicknell and Guti?
it doesn't matter. Even Wicknell offered money to.
Guti is richer.
Yes.
It, it
I'm
doesn't
just
really
asking
matter.
you that question. I'm just
No.
asking you that
It's my
question, Comrade Cactus.
it may be my Guti because Maria my
Who can
Guti.
give the other a gift?
It doesn't matter. Hulu, you might have a lot of money. You might have more money than me, but I can give you a gift. It's possible. Wicknell offered money to Tagwire. Offered a car, actually, a Rolls Royce to Tagwire. It's gonna come. It's gonna get it, Tagwire. But Tagwire has got more money. We know that. So at the end of the day, this is not about who has more money, who has what. A gift has got influence on you as a person. Hulu, you might have more money, but when I come to your house, if I bring you a bottle of John Walker black or red or blue, whatever choice you have, there is a relationship that I'm creating with you that doesn't have any money influence in that. And so it's people should understand these things. This is not about the money. This is about a gesture. But the problem is my Guti vadaurerwa musaga havasi kuda kuti chibude chinichi because chinovapa nyaya dzakawanda dzekuzotanga kuexplaina. So what she does is she will refer you to the board. Next week muchava muchinzwa kuti Tinashe anenge achitaura kuti aiwa ibhodhi rakazodhisaidha kutora 250 air because toda kubuilda ministry and mota yakazonzi iri kudhiraivwa namudhikoni but mota yatotorwa kare mozoita sei? So it's just a matter of conditioning people and making sure kuti vanhu vanoita mashock absorbers havazonyanyorwadziwa panodonha chinhu. Zayoja yakakura. Imimi kuzayoja kuSouth Africa kunoku vari kurwirana mari kunana Kempton Park umwe vachirwa mari vamwe vachisplita vachinogara nana Durban what yakunzi inotonzi zayoja nhingi inyaya dzemari saka anoona pamari.
All right, Comrade Cactus. So let me run the speakers and we can have a good conversation as they refer to the things that you have said, the things that Tinashe has said, the things that Temptations and Simba has said. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're here. We are discussing this developing story coming from Simbash Kansas reporting that it is from Reason Warfare Wara. He has, told people that the board members of the Zayoja Church, have intimated that. Mamai Yunagutu has rejected the offer of a gift from Wicknell Chivayo. However, other reports, as you hear now, are that she has not rejected the offer, while others say she has not accepted, she has not rejected. So, what do we make out of this? What is the meaning of all these? Does she need to be sitting on the fence like that? What is your take, Zimbabweans, in terms of our identity? Who are we? Why do we have to be confusing our people this way? So let's see. Let me go to who was supposed to be next, Reinhard. So Reinhard, welcome to the space. Please go ahead.
Thanks, Ulu. Good evening, everybody. Chokutanga chandauta chekuti Has ZANU PF ever been denied of anything if they say they want to do it? If they say, take this. Or you see the boys actually visiting you wearing their dark glasses, which is a common practice, we know it. And the relationship between state and church doesn't actually emanate today. It has been there time immemorial. But what counts now is we are
Right,
looking at the
Reynard. Sorry,
morality of.
Reynard.
Mm,
So sorry, my
mm.
friend. Please don't lose your train of thought. There are many other Africans who have just joined us in this discussion, and the others are sending me a messages asking, "My Guti, who is my Guti?" We want those other Africans who might not, and people of the world who have joined us in the space, including those that are on the, on the other listeners, that my Guti is of the founder of the Zayoja Church, which is also called Forward in Faith Church International, which has over 150, churches scattered in 150 countries in the world. Very rich and very powerful. The founder, Ezekiel Guti, born in Chipinge, in Gawoni, in a place called Gawoni in Chipinge, was regarded as a prophet. He led a massive church, which also at the same time gained a lot of wealth with properties across the world. And he died at 100 years old. Now we have got a businessman from Zimbabwe called Wicknell Chivayo, a businessman that some of you have seen with the Kenyan president, William Ruto, and the president of Tanzania, a businessman that has government in our country, Zimbabwe. This businessman has been dishing out cars and money to whomsoever he chooses, and now he has offered the same to one of the most powerful leaders of the church in Zimbabwe, the widow who is over 90 years old. And the reports are saying she has rejected. Others are saying she has accepted. Others are saying she has neither rejected or accepted. That is the discussion that we are having. Reinhard, please go ahead.
Okay, as we were saying, the role of the church the relationship between the church and religion. If you look at the Roman Catholic, when they were afraid about the influence of the Christian movement,